gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment, that's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. '49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the 3rd overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start with the option. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Niners at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 17 carries, 76 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. 30, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Here's Lance. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
After losing a starting job in Tennessee and playing as a backup in Las Vegas, many wondered if Marcus Mariota would get another shot to lead a team. Atlanta gave it to him this season as a bridge from Matt Ryan to the next era. Always a good runner. Don't discount Mariota as a playmaker who can win games for the Falcons. He did take Tennessee to the playoffs in his 2nd season and gained valuable experience in Las Vegas.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
These two teams all tied after 1. third and short yardage. Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Kinlaw in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Well, we had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception here, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. First down, Mariota throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Mariota to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bryan Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Mariota. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 5 now. Lance, he'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And Lance now to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Lance. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So we are at halftime here. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to...
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is going to be 49er football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Mitchell. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mariota. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Mariota. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got London on the slant. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
As we watch London get that first down, it seems almost unfair about what he can do on a field. Here's a guy who's 6'4", loves to play over the rim and dunk on defenders, and can work out the slot as well as outside the numbers. That's a big reason why he went 8th overall as the first receiver taken in a loaded class.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mariota now. Being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd and goal, Mariota caught on the slant. Touchdown. Bryan Edwards. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score And they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this. But if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They run over center with Mitchell. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Another run with Mitchell. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Lance to throw it. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the... Field. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lance, a give now to Sermon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Before the season, and a breakout by another Niners running back, Trey Sermon was a trendy pick to become the lead guy in that offense. San Francisco loves to use every member of its backfield depth chart, so don't count out an improved season from him in 2022.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 44, Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 26. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On the draw, here's Mitchell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Lance looking to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Atlanta, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charlie.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Not salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? Anything want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shot for. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures. Just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes.